What if you could literally leave your body tonight? Yeah, I know it sounds impossible, right? That's exactly what I thought too. But after trying out 5 legit methods, one declassified by the CIA, I actually felt myself separate from my body within the hour. Now, this wasn't some dream. I was fully awake, fully aware, and my hands were translucent. It was one of the wildest things I've ever experienced. Now, in this video, I'm going to walk you through each of the methods I used. Some are ancient, some are cutting edge, and one of them I still can't actually believe it worked. So let's jump right in. Now here's where the rabbit hole starts. Now, as mentioned in my coming out video, reading Journeys Out of the Body by Robert Monroe was literally my gateway into this whole space. Now, what got me into this in a serious way is when I stumbled across the declassified CIA document about the gateway process. It was literally designed by Robert Monroe himself, and he used it to train the military on altered states of consciousness, not for war, but for astral projection, remote viewing, and out-of-body experience. So I downloaded the papers, read every word, and tried it out myself. Laid back, headphones on, binaural beats in full swing, and felt absolutely nothing. For weeks, nothing changed, but then I realized I was missing something pretty huge. The hemispheric synchronization is about getting both sides of your brain in harmony, a bit like tuning a piano. Now, that's what the audio does. It's just that by default, your iPhone isn't in stereo mode. You need to switch it on in the settings to get it to work. When I finally got it in the right mode, boom, things started happening. Now, I'm going to talk about this in an upcoming video. It works. It's just that some people need more time than others. Right from flow to full control, Darius J Wright's method flips the script. Here's the method. Lie completely still for 90 minutes, letting your body fall asleep while your mind is fully awake. It sounds simple, but it's brutal. After about 20 minutes, your body starts to fight back. You start feeling itches, twitches, all sorts of stuff. These are all test signals to confirm that your mind is still awake. Move and the whole thing resets itself. Now, my first attempt, I kind of failed after 20 minutes. But the second time, I actually managed to last till about 90 minutes. But then a muscle in my jaw twitched. Yeah, I did feel something, some heaviness, some numbness. I was so close. Now, this one isn't easy, but it is powerful. You'll feel the whole process in action. It's really interesting. It just requires some Olympic level mental strength, which I don't have. No, that's a joke. Now, if Darius' method is all about control, this one's all about timing. It's called sleep interruption, and the Tibetan yogis have done this for centuries. Set your alarm 4 to 5 hours after you go to sleep, right in your REM cycle. Now, I've managed to see this on my Aura ring, and I see that, for example, in my case, I normally hit a consistent amount of REM sleep around 4 a.m. in the morning. So that's another way that you could do it. Now, wake up just to be aware, but don't move too much. Now, slide back to sleep with a clear intention. I'm staying conscious while my body falls asleep. Now, this is the method that my brother introduced to me, and he's been using it for years. Now, this is the method that I accidentally used to have my first out-of-body experience 22 years ago. And it's included as a protocol by Darius J Wright. Now, the first time I tried it, I felt my hand go through the bed, like literally going through the mattress. My heart raced as I realized that I was detaching from my body. Now, this is the method that works most consistently for me. Now, everybody's obviously different, but it does match our biology. Minimal effort, natural timing, real results. Now, let's talk about the mental game. Self-hypnosis and intention setting. This method is all about getting your subconscious on board, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between your imagination and reality. Feed it consistent messages and it will act like they're real. So at night, before you go to bed, repeat after me. Tonight, I'll separate from my body, and do this 20 times. At first, it may not work, but after a week, I think you'll likely experience something. The first time I intentionally did this, I had a very powerful lucid dream. I was aware, I asked questions, and it was one of the most powerful experiences of my life. Again, another one for another video. This method is low effort, high impact. You're literally training your subconscious like it's a muscle. If you have very little time, I would encourage you to try this one. You literally have nothing to lose. All right, final method, and this is probably the easiest of them all. Imagine just putting on audio as you fall asleep and waking up in the perpetuation for an out-of-body experience. One night, this actually happened to me by accident. I was exhausted. I just didn't have any time for any complicated routines. Instead, I just popped on my AirPods and I started to listen to, I think it was a Darius J Wright workshop about the exit process. And I didn't expect anything. I mean, I was literally just asleep. But around 5 a.m., something woke me up, not physically, but mentally. My body was frozen, completely paralyzed, but my mind was completely awake. It was that unmistakable feeling of sleep paralysis, and I realized straight away this was the gateway. Just having Darius's instructions playing in my ear, my subconscious stayed dialed in. No struggle, no effort, just gently waking up at the right time for an out-of-body experience. So look, if complicated techniques feel overwhelming, start here. Pick the right audio like Darius's workshop, hit play, and drift off. The great thing here is that your subconscious does all the heavy lifting while you fall asleep. Now, this method surprised me, but it might just be your shortcut to an out-of-body experience. So which method are you going to try first? Now look, pick the one that resonates the most. Everyone is different. Out-of-body experiences are like building a muscle. The more consistent you get, the easier they get. Now, if you want to dive deeper, subscribe to this channel. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to get deeper into my experiences and other people's experiences with these methods. And if this video resonated, I'd really appreciate you giving it a like. So which one will you be trying, or which one have you tried that isn't on my list? What else is there out there? Let me know in the comments, and see you on the other side.